Just tell us a little bit about your place in Switzerland as well, because obviously it's almost like a utopia. It's like a fantasy or paradise place for anybody into drag racing, motorcycles, and everything. Just tell us a bit about your shop and your whole operation.
Yeah, when I start my shop, so I start with a small Coca-Cola, where you can buy cans in the front of my shop. So the riders stopped with the motorcycles, and so then we decide to open a restaurant, a bar. My wife do that. And then we have some very nice live music there every month, and it's a very good combination between the race car shop and the bar, and then my motorcycle shop as well. So last year we decided to take over a Victory dealership and Indian dealership in my area. So that's why we have also Victory on my race car now. It's a sponsor for 1 year. It's just a test year. We want to see what it brings on the media side, and we will show him how big is that sport in the media. Maybe then we have a long time contract there.
Hopefully, yeah.
Really starting my business I do with racing first. I worked in a construction company before, and I was bankrupt in the 80s.
Yep.
But I still have my race car, my tools, so I have no work. So I started to fix motorcycles of friends and customers, and then pretty soon comes in some customers. We build motorcycles for them, because I always have my tools and my race car, so I have a small shop.
And that's how it works. Is that how it started? The whole thing started? What did you start? Yeah, I mean, so that's nearly 30 years ago, then 25 years ago, maybe something like that.
Yeah, that was in 90.
Yeah.
When I was really workless, don't have something to work, so I just work on my race cars.
Yeah.
And I do that almost for a year. So I start to fix the bikes of my brother and my friends, and then start the business.
That's a really interesting story. The fact that you had your race car, and it was your race car that almost gave you your living. It gave you a way to work because you had all the tools and everything else. Yeah,
it's changed. We do all the direction, like now. And the good thing is we bring a lot of our know-how from the racetrack into the bikes, and the people love it because they have a problem with the bikes not running really good. So we know to fix it. It's like on a racetrack when you go up in smoke, you need to fix that for the next round.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's really cool though. So self-made from nothing, literally, from nothing at all. That's great. And going back to that as well, you used to race in alcohol funny car, methanol funny car in those days. How much different was it then?
It was a lot of different because nobody knows how it works, and we buy a car, and then I remember first time when I buy the funny car, rolling chassis from Rune was over here, and I think it was the last race where Rune drives his funny car.
Yeah.
So I think kind of take a seat in to check if the size fits me, and he said yes. So I touched the fire bottles. And so it was a real mess because you need to find new fire bottles for the race day, So stuff like that we're learning by ourselves, and that's what I like. So I know every screw and every nut on my cars and
how it works.
And it works, yeah.
Wow. No, because you've been around drag racing obviously a long time. You've been very successful as well. Going back a while, and for quite a while you had the quickest methanol funny car in Europe.
After I sold it to Freddie buy it first, and he win another championship, and then the Limburg buy it, and they win another championship and set a new record. And the record was broken 2 years ago, I think. Yeah,
so it was a very successful car, a very good team as well, wasn't it?
Well, that car was a different car that the other guys run. We always run a different race radio, and then shifted different, and that was the goal, that we win all the races.
Yeah, no, I remember it well. It was a real good car. I remember one race as well when I think it was you and Leif Andreasen in the final, and it was. If he won the championship. If you won, I think it was Mickey Kagerad won. I think I can remember, and you beat him on a hole shot as well, which was quite.
With the Red Nose Day.
Yeah, that was quite good. That was pretty good too. So no, it was. It's good to see from that time to now. Obviously, you've done really, really well. Are you proud of what you've done? Are you proud of your guys? Are you proud of your team? What you've built? Because you've really built everything you have now from nothing.
Yeah, that's right. And also we do everything self. We learn it by ourselves. That's our most. I'm really proud of that because when we buy the first Top Fuel car, we try to run it, and we blew up about 30 or 35 engines.
It looked painful, that did.
That was the first year, but in the end, 1 year later, we win the first championship, and it pays off, you know.
Yeah, well, by the end of the season, you kind of figured it out, and you ran real fast here, didn't you?
The last race in the first season here.
Yeah, cool. That's good. So, sorry, just back to Noah as well. So, where from? No, I've got to ask you. There's lots of questions as well, similar to us, but obviously you're younger, so you haven't had as much time around the sport. But do you work now? Or do you go to university, or what do you do in your regular time?
Yeah, I quit my job 2 weeks ago, and now I want to do my own business with some friends. And obviously, the dream is, of course, to go to the States and race there. But yeah, we need many sponsors.
You need a lot of money to do that, don't you? So, I mean, if you do that, do you think you might take both cars, or is the plan for just your car at the moment, or just wait and see?
Yeah, it would be really great if we can go both, and if we can go with an Erbacher car.
Yeah.
But it's so expensive to ship everything there, and we will see if we have enough sponsorship. We will go with our cars and our crew.
No, that'd be really good.
I would love to do this.
And we've got to ask, obviously, you're a young guy. I think, are you 19? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do your friends think of what you do? I mean, do your friends just come? They think, "Oh, drag racing, that's easy, straight line, nothing to it." And then when they turn up and see you, it's just like, "Wow!" Or what do they think? What do they say?
Yeah, some guys say, "Yeah, it goes just straight." But my real friends, they see what's behind the scenes. All the work and everything. They see, okay, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, and it's not as easy as it looks, is it?
No, it's not.
It's not at all. So what was your first time in a Top Fuel car was here last year, wasn't it? Nearly a year ago, actually.
Yeah.
What was it like the first time you stepped on the pedal compared to your Supercomp car?
Yeah, first time was I had my head not full on the cockpit, and then I hit the throttle and I smashed my head back, and then I had 2 hours of headache. So
you had a headache from it too.
That was my first feeling on the Top Fuel car.
Well, I remember. Sorry, just quickly. There was a guy in America years ago in IHRA, and he turned his head when he was licensing to look at the Christmas tree, and he hit the throttle, and he was still looking that way 5 seconds later when he went through the finish line because he couldn't move his head. Nice. So it kind of makes it like that, doesn't it?
I did it once in Hockenheim when I ran an elimination run, when I forgot to close my visor.
Yeah.
And then I feel it when I start, so I try to
put it down.
But then the hand stays.
The hand stays up. just to explain, this is a radio show. Just to explain everybody out there, Urs put his hand up to close his visor, and you couldn't put your hand down again.
No. So I drive with one hand to the finish line
and then sort it out after that. Yeah. Did you actually manage to close your visor though?
No. It was really hard on my eyes too.
Yeah, I mean, just
that was the old cars with the short windshield,
Ah, okay. So it didn't. Today. So the winds went right in your face.
Yes.
Oh.
It was hard.
It was hard. So what did you do? Just like squint, or
like on a motorcycle,
or just kind of guess, maybe? Guess where the finish line was.
It was very close because we are fast, so it was not that long time. So try to get fast.
You've got all this. You've got all this sort of thing to look forward to. You have. You got all these. You got all these.
I had my first tire shake, and
yeah.
Now I'm learning.
Yeah. Again, can you explain for somebody that's never had tire shake what it feels like?
Yeah, it's just shakes you like hell, and
it's like
then
being
you
beaten
need
up
to control it again.
Yeah.
And I had it on Saturday. I had it, the tire shake.
Yeah.
And on Sunday, I had a really, really big head.
Yeah.
I was like,
again, just to explain for people that are listening, what tire shake is, it's when the racetrack and the tyres and the whole combination's a little bit, it's not quite right. You can get tire shake from, and that's nobody's fault, everybody tries, but it can be from not enough power, from too much power, all sorts of things. And it turns the rear tyres into basically 8,000 horsepower rubber balls that just bounce, and obviously you're strapped into that, and it's making your head do that. It's quite bad, isn't it?
If you see some high-speed camera videos on YouTube, then you see how bad it is.
It's terrible, isn't it? I mean, it's actually amazing that the car is still in one piece a lot of the time.
It's not broke away.
Exactly. Well, it does happen, doesn't it? Sometimes.
That happens, sometimes.
Yeah. You see the whole engine on a slow motion. Turns on the left,
from side to side, yeah.
Looks really good.
So what are your hopes for this season? It's going to be tough, obviously, running two cars, but if anyone can do it, you guys can. What do you hope to do this summer? How do you want to do?
My hope is to find some experience, to know all the tracks, and of course, win will be really awesome. But yeah, I hope at last to get on every race some points and be with Urs on the top 3.
Be with Urs on the top
really
3. That's
great.
good. Yeah, but okay, let's just dream scenario. Let's fast forward to September. It's the final of the European finals, and whoever wins is going to be 1 or 2.
That's easy.
Who's going to be winning?
Winner and runner-up. And then we'll have that like in the past when we win with maybe 2 points, the championship, like against Rune.
Yep.
So if we do it that time, so we know it's in our team.
Okay, so it's in the team, but who out of the team wins?
Yeah, that's...
I was both expecting you to say me, actually.
Yeah, well, we said that's... so I call an order then.
Okay, that's it, yeah.
No.
Team boss.
Yeah. No, just the better will win. That's racing.
Yeah, it's going to be a heads-up race, and whoever wins it deserves it, yeah. That was the right answer. I was just going to say, it's like, it must be quite difficult, and it would probably be the most fun race you'd ever have, wouldn't it? If it ever came to that.
Yeah, that will be fun.
I dream like since I'm 8 years old from that moment, so I'm really looking forward to this.
Well, let's hope it happens, eh? I mean, I think there's probably a bunch of guys out there and girls sitting there thinking, no, they're not going to do that, but we'll just have to wait and see, I think. Yeah.
That's you see that often in the States when they're running 2 or 3 car teams with the same setup, and one time this guy win and next time this guy win. It's really, you cannot calculate that. If you run both maybe the same combination and this one a little bit less, this one a little bit much, maybe this one have too much power, then it spin the tires, and it's hard to say.
It's tough to run it. It's tough to. I mean, I don't envy those guys at all, because it's tough to run a team, especially when you've got a team, but there's team cars, but they've all got different sponsors, and they all want to win.
That's right.
And it's a tricky thing to do. Yeah,
different sponsors on both cars.
It's hard to do.
That like we run, and we have almost same sponsors except this watch guy.
Yeah.
What Midland is together, and some other ones are also together. So this helps us.
Well, before I wrap it up, obviously you guys have got. I don't know if you've got any work to do. You're probably fed up of working. You just want to race. Is there anybody that both of you want to say thank you to for anything that they've done? Obviously, I'm sure you're crew guys, but is there anybody that you want to say, any special mentions, anybody you'd like to say hello to or thank you to?
Yeah, so for me, actually, it's my wife, because she let me race the last 20 or 30 years. Yeah. That's a hard thing, and she still like it. She comes to some races, not too many, but so then my whole family, my children's, because they let me do what I will.
Yeah, I'm sure they're proud of you too. But
and of course, all my sponsors, our sponsors, and also Rato's dad. He put a lot of money in to make Noah's dream happen.
Yeah, I'm sure. And Noah?
I want to say thank you to everyone who supported us. To my dad, especially, he has done many time. He put into my career, and he works in the management too, marketing stuff, and now he supports me really much. And I want to say thank you to him, and thank you to Mom that she let me drive this car.
I'm sure she doesn't watch it all. Yeah, she here. Yeah. Is your dad here too? Yeah. Yeah,
my dad is here too.
Good.
He helps with the tires and stuff wherever he can.
What do they, just quickly say, Zoe, what do they think of you driving? Obviously they want you to drive, that's why they're helping you, but what do they think of you driving?
Dad says, you love it, drive it, and Mom says, drive slow, please, drive slow.
Yeah, and I remember actually saying that. I remember once when I was racing, my mum was here, the one time only, and she said to me, be careful, and I just said, no chance. And, I wasn't very popular after that, unfortunately, but never mind. Anyway, so thank you both so much for your time, guys.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll be doing a lot more talking over the weekend about how well you're doing instead of how wet it is, but there we go. And good luck for the rest of the weekend, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
No problem.